Hi, my name is Abel Lira. I'm the owner of Heron Lakes Animal Hospital located in Parkland, Florida. This is my veterinary technician and rehabilitation practitioner, Cindy Harkins, and this is Ginger. Ginger is a 1-year-old Cavapoo, and she has sprained her neck and potentially pinched a nerve in her neck, and so she's exhibiting some discomfort in her neck. And so when we treat those, usually we want to use a couple of different things: anti-inflammatories, some pain medication, and also laser therapy. Laser therapy is really important in the multimodal approach. It is something that has no side effects in regards to liver and kidneys, where some of the other drugs do. And it is something that does seem to help us get resolution of clinical signs and discomfort resolved relatively quickly. All right, so we're going to go ahead, we're going to put on our glasses to make sure that we're all protected. And Cindy's going to go ahead and punch in the code for the laser device, and we're going to go ahead, get everything all set up.
It detects to make sure everything's working properly, so it takes a few seconds. There's different ways you can set this machine up. If you know what you're doing, you can put the wattage that you want, but it also has a way of, you just push this preset, and we're going to pick dog, and then it gives you a different variety of things that you can pick. And we can pick neurological or intervertebral disc disease, which is what we're going to do with her. And then you just hit OK. And it's going to automatically put the wattage and the amount of time that I should be lasering her for. And it presets it for you. So if you don't feel comfortable with that wattage, because let's say she was a black dog, I wouldn't laser her at 10 watts because it would burn her, because a black dog gets hotter. So you can still drop the wattage down to whatever you feel comfortable doing. The higher the wattage, sometimes in some cases you don't have to laser as long. Most treatments are 10 minutes long. But if it's a white dog and you want to laser at a higher watt, you don't have to laser for the full 10 minutes. And then you hit, there's a button down here, it says standby. You hit the standby button, it turns red, this turns red, and this middle light comes on. Then you hit this button here one time, and it'll beep and let you know it's on. Because occasionally you can accidentally hit the button and turn it off and not realize it if you don't have the alarm beeping. And then you keep it moving at a nice, even, constant movement, because if I were to leave it stay in one spot for any length of time, I would burn a hole in it.
As you notice, Ginger does not need to wear glasses because it is not a treatment that is near her face. We do have one of our feline patients who does have his nose lasered on a bi-weekly basis, and we have these little leopard glasses for him to protect his eyes from any potential damage from the laser. As you can see, it is not something that is painful like an injection. It usually has a warming sensation or effect, and so therefore it is very easy to go ahead and you do this form of pain management.
The cervical spine on a dog goes down and it drops deep down below their scapulas, so that's why I laser down in this area, because a lot of her spine is down in here. So for me to just laser on top, I'm not getting as good of treatment as I do from getting it from the side.
And it does help to have a patient who does like to sit still. But even in those patients who don't sit still, you're still able to get a successful and treatment that is not only worth your time but also the client's time as well.
You're ACL, so you're worse because those are your rambunctious dogs.
For those patients that normally have difficulty sitting, usually what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll also try and provide some treats either before, during, or after the treatment. That way it has them associate something positive with the experience, so that way we get the calm behavior that we're looking for.
The reason I bumped the laser down on her is because she doesn't have the muscle mass to go through that, let's say, a pit bull would have. So if I was lasering a pit bull, I would leave it at 10 because there's a lot of muscle to go through on a pit bull. Muscle, fat, she has neither. So that's why I bumped it down. She doesn't need to be at 10 watts because of her weight and size. But like I said, if it was a dog with a lot of muscle or a lot of fat, then sure, I would leave it at 10 to make sure that I penetrated where I wanted to go.
If you wanted to, one of the other forms to detect the warmth or level of warmth that is being experienced by the patient is actually having one of your fingers in the laser field. And so that way you're also getting pretty much the same therapy that she is, and you can feel if it is something that is too uncomfortable for you, and if it is uncomfortable for you, it's more than likely uncomfortable for her.
Black dogs are your biggest concern because I can sit here and laser her and she's barely going to feel warm. But if this was a black dog, it would be hot. Black dogs get much hotter, much quicker than light colored dogs.
And the other thing that you don't have to worry about is how long you're lasering for, because like Cindy says, it goes ahead and it presets the timer for you and it's counting down, and once the time sequence is over, it will automatically shut down the laser.
It helps when you have a perfect patient.
Some of the patients will actually enjoy this, and they'll actually sometimes actually calm down during the therapy because it is so soothing to them. Laser therapy is something that can be used on a multitude of different areas: the ears, the nose, the mouth, the different joints, the back, and it's something that helps patients. It's not going to hurt them, and something that helps distinguish your practice from other practices. And it is a technology that is starting to be widely accepted in the veterinary field, although it is a technology that has been used in Europe for quite some time now.